Yeah, it's Big Les again. Man, I got to say a few words about this whole school shooting, Columbine High legacy is what the media is calling it. All I got to say is karma is a giant pit bull that comes back and bites you in the ass. You see, when I was going to school in seventh grade, 1982, we had a police officer with the canine unit while we were in class that sniffed the lockers for guns and drugs. We had metal detectors at the door. The media dubbed the inner city urban area of schools as a jungle. Remember? Concrete jungle? Said we were animals, savages. And that's the reasons why they had these things in place. And this was 3 years before the crack cocaine epidemic swamp Detroit, in the Michigan area. It was in New York and LA, but it didn't hit Michigan until like 85. And then they went into overtime. But the point is, from 1982 to 1987, when I graduated high school, there was zero shooting incidents in the schools. And we were dubbed as animals. And now you have 20 years of white kids and upper class kids shootings in schools. And the media dubbed them as being mentally incapable. Not animals, not thugs, not beasts, but mentally incapable, disturbed. And now the kids of the suburbs, the well-to-dos, are asking for the same metal detectors, wands, police officers, canine units to be installed in their schools, and you're turning them down. You are attacking the suburban kids for asking for the same thing that you put on the urban kids more than 35 years ago. You call them actors. You are denying them to hold on to your white privileged card. I have a solution for you. Trump, put your son in that school for the rest of the year. I guarantee you there will be zero shootings. And give the kids what they want. But you won't, because you don't want the world to see the entire view of America as animals, thugs, killers, thieves, and beasts that you said that the urban children were back in the 80s. That's karma biting you in the ass, off the leash. That's all I got to say. NRA, gun control. I've been a member of the NRA since 1995. I've sold weapons. I shoot weapons. I go to the gun range. Weapons ain't got nothing to do with it. I was a private investigator and a licensed bondsman, bounty hunter in the state of Georgia. I never shot the gun at all. I had that gun since 1998. Never shot it. I turned it in 2014 because I was moving in with a woman who had children. I took the money from the pawn shop that I pawned it at and went and bought us some pizza and drinks. It's the mentality of the person. Yes, this urban thug, this concrete jungle kid, never shot a gun in almost 20 years outside of a gun range. Or held up a liquor store, robbed a bank. um, None of those things. I'm actually part of the PTA. I write children's books. That says something, doesn't it? That's all I got to say. Give the kids what they want, no matter if it's urban, suburban, or whatever. If you don't, 20 years from now, it's going to bite you in the ass again. It's going to bite their parents in the ass because they'll be old enough to vote. Even in 2020, they'll be old enough to vote. This big Les. That's all I got to say about the gun thing in America. It's tragic.